Hello, everyone. Welcome to Snap Take. Today, the Nerfs came out. Apparently, not Nerfs and Buffs, just Nerfs. In the new patch, numerous cards were nerfed. Everyone on Earth has talked about their take for these changes. So, I'm not going to spend today's Snap Take giving you the same thing. If you're interested in my thoughts on all of these changes, there'll be a long form discussion about that on the Snap Judgments episode that will go live this Friday night. So please keep an eye out for that. Instead, I wanted to take a look at Thanos. Thanos was nerfed reasonably heavily. There were three different ways that Thanos was nerfed. The first is he used to be a 6'11. Well, originally he was a 6'8, but he lost a power to be a 6'10. Not the most relevant change in the world, but here we are. In addition, his Space Stone, which used to move a card away from him, now moves a card toward the Space Stone. That makes it worse when it pops up in Lockjaw, as it can't pop up in Lockjaw and then move something away. It can't be played into Lockjaw to move something away. But if you fill your Lockjaw lane or you have something you want to move, you can play it in a different location to move over there. It's also way worse for locations like Sanctum Sanctorum. Next up, Quinjet only reduces to 1. Stones are already 1. Quinjet goes. It has no real use in the deck. Finally, changed for Thanos is just She-Hulk, who's in most Thanos decks, was moved from a 6'10 to a 6'9 just to make her slightly less powerful. In addition, Arrow only moves the last card played this turn. So that's a lot of changes, right? For Thanos, I don't think it breaks the deck. And we're going to take a look at 3 different Thanos decks that I think are all competitive. The classic Thanos, this is my twist on what was the classic deck from the KMBest Discord created by, I want to say, Les over there. So, the classic version that ran Magneto and ran many of these cards. This is my take on it. I think the only one drop it keeps is Sunspot, and then it just goes straight into Lockjaw. It is going to be a deck that is more reliant on Lockjaw than it was, so it has to keep America to give you a better chance of drawing Lockjaw. Lockjaw remains a very important card. The key play beyond Lockjaw is still going to be Energy Stone or Wave into Leech. Getting rid of most of what your opponent can do, especially as they're now going to feel safe doing it, is going to be extremely, extremely powerful. Most of the other plays remain the same. Things like Blue Marvel, Shang-Chi, America, and She-Hulk haven't actually changed too much in how they work. Arrow is still a powerful card because, well, Red Skull's going to be everywhere, and being able to mess with Red Skull's math seems extremely important. Now, there's 2 other ways that I've changed this deck. The first is The first is Valkyrie to complement Shang-Chi, and the second is Odin, taken from Streamer Johnson's deck, that one with the Deathwave variant. So the idea is with the new Space Stone, you can Valkyrie, move that Valkyrie over. Let's say you skip 3. You play Energy Stone, She-Hulk, and Energy Stone on 4. On turn 5, you have 6, right? You can play Space Stone and Valkyrie. Valkyrie 1 place, Space Stone on over. You can then, on the last turn, move Valkyrie over and drop Odin on top of her. Now, how do we win with Valkyrie? With these Valkyrie combos in the deck? Well, there are a few ways. The first way is Sunspot. Sunspot is in the deck. As if there's an extra energy on the last turn, he'll have more than 3 power and help you win. Soulstone, in addition, will make it so that if you have 3 cards and they have 4 and none are ongoing, you'll win. And finally, Blue Marvel will help you win that matchup. There's one more small way. I don't super suggest it most of the time, but if you have Sunspot out, you can always pass 5 and Valkyrie and She-Hulk on 6. Now, all of these are different ways that you can get enough power to claim victory with Valkyrie. The simplest way, though, is a lot of decks in this meta right now, at least playing in the first day, are only playing 2 or 3 cards per location. With your stones, you can still play plenty. Valkyrie should win lots of those games. That's the first Thanos deck that I think will be good. This is my take on classic Thanos. Now, again, Streamer Johnson's deck also was playing Deathwave. I think the Deathwave version kind of wants to ditch Lockjaw. Lockjaw is a very good card, but when you're playing Lockjaw, you unfortunately um, can only really play one or two kill cards because you don't want to accidentally kill your Lockjaw. So this one goes more all in on the wave death combos. And as such, it runs a lot of the classic Deathwave package. It doesn't need to run as much because you should see enough cards, and your Killmonger in particular should be killing the 3 or 4 needed for death to get really, really cheap quickly. Now, you've got Yondu. Yondu with his auto kill. Carnage should be able to kill 2 or 3 stones very quickly. Killmonger should be able to wipe half a board. Same thing for Deathlock. If you can get these combos off, your wave, after you've hopefully drawn a lot of cards, allows you to combo into either She-Hulk or Death along with another card. If you can get a wave plus an energy stone, it works the same basic way. You've got a combo. She-Hulk and Doctor Doom in combination are extremely powerful. Arrow and Doctor Doom are extremely powerful. That's 13 power in one location, moving something over, and 5 power in each of the other locations. Shang-Chi, if there's just something big you have to deal with, should work very well while dropping a 12 or a 9 in another location, etc., etc. America is to increase the consistency of your kills. Iron Man is to say, well, if I don't see my wave, I'd like something big to do on 5, and I should have something like a big Carnage or a Deathlock combo going on, and being able to double that up, make that extremely powerful, and then ideally follow it up with something like a Doctor Doom should be a good way to really take control of a game. In addition, you could always do the pass on 5 play, although it's less valuable without Sunspot. I've played a version of this deck before. It works really well. Again, it's going to be less consistent without the Quinjet, right? But there's enough combos and enough endgame power here that your opponent's not going to know what you're doing anymore with Thanos, and this should be good. The last Thanos deck I want to take a look at is Thanos Zoo. Thanos Zoo seems awesome to me. I don't even remember who posted it. I wish I did. I'm going to take a look before I post this video. But someone posted a really cool Zoob deck earlier in this week that was running Bast and Valkyrie. I want to say it was J-Hud. If it's not J-Hud, severe apologies, but J-Hud is awesome. And you need to go find him on Twitter/Twitch/YouTube so you can find out all the cool new decks. But this deck runs exactly one big expensive card. That card being Thanos. Thanos should basically never be played here. Your goal with this deck is to zoo. It's very simple. You play the standard zoo game. You get the win by taking one unexpected location with zoo, and your other location is trying to be won by something like Valkyrie and Shang-Chi. Beast should be really cool here because being able to bounce these cards back, particularly your Angela and Bishop, has extra value. It makes them be able to get really strong and be able to compete with some of the more powerful cards in the game. This one's super straightforward. It is a little on the expensive side, as Ghost is a pool 5, Bast and Valkyrie are pool 4s, and Thanos is obviously a pool 5. So this is an extremely expensive deck in terms of where you are in the game, but being able to say, last turn, I guaranteed go last, I can Valkyrie or Shang. I can, if I've Basted early, I can redrop things and get them big enough that I can't be Shanged myself, etc., etc. Has extremely high value. Now, regular Zoo decks have never been bad. We just all sort of stop playing them. Add the power of Thanos, the power of those stones, and you get extremely, extremely strong. All right. Today, you're getting a 2-for-1. This is video number 1. Later on today, it's going to be a 1-deck video of exactly what I do with oh my gosh, what is this new card's name? Exactly what I do with Negasonic Teenage Warhead. So that will be later today. Tomorrow, it will be taking a look at 3 things you can do with the other most powerful deck, the one that was barely touched, Red Skull, after the nerfs. That's all today. Thank you so much for watching. Like and sub, and see you later on in the day to talk about Negasonic.